Gilbert, Arizona.
You're fucking dork.
Hey, so I was watching the last episode, season 3, episode 1.
Yeah.
And the difference between season 3, episode 1, and season 2, episode 2?
Season 3, episode 1. Season 2, episode 2.
You know the difference?
Which I think we only put 2 episodes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2.
So, it was last episode of season 2.
Yeah, so we've already matched it.
So what's the difference, do you think?
I actually don't know.
For me, it was about 20 pounds. I swear to God. And I weighed myself.
I bet.
I looked at the camera. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're fat.
Well, I mean, going on that, I just, last 2 days, I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
Working out.
Yeah. And how's that working for you?
I've had a gym upstairs for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm finally working out.
Well, that's good. So what did we just eat right before we walked into the studio?
I don't know.
We had crumble cookies
Actually,
right before we walked into the studio.
Well, and here's the thing. So you've had Korean barbecue before.
Yes.
But you've
Not
never
like
been to Jen.
Right. No. Have not been to Jen. Fabulous place in Tempe, Arizona.
Little joints.
Yeah.
So you went to Jen. I took you there because I know it's a fun place and they have the best soju in the world.
Best. What's soju?
Korean rice wine.
Yeah,
flavored.
What alcohol? It was like a gallon of Kool-Aid.
Well, and I bought a bunch of them for the house. The bottles, those are good.
Oh,
too.
when we went to the market,
those are soju.
Got it. I remember that. Yeah, sure.
Shit's bomb.
Yeah.
So
where do those go, anyways?
We drank them all.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, weird.
Oh, degenerates.
So you go there for your first time to Jen.
Mm-hmm.
We order. So they have 2 different soju selections, and they have. One that I'm normal, the carafe.
Which is like the half gallon.
And then there's one called a Capri.
You had no idea what she
was
asking.
And I go, and I look at it, I go, I don't know what a Capri is, but yeah, I want to try
Capri
that.
Sun.
Well, that's what it's bag, Capri Sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, Capri, yeah, we'll get those. So we got the first ones. And, I mean, describe.
Well, it was like a colostomy bag of goodies inside. It was like a Kool-Aid. We had what did we have? The apple, sour apple.
Sour and sweet and sour mix, or sweet and sour something.
What's sour?
Sour, sweet and sour mix. I don't know. I've had a couple of drinks. So the thing about it is I finally found what I can relate it to size-wise.
Like what?
IV bag.
Well,
a full IV bag.
That's what I said. It's a colostomy bag.
You said colostomy. That's the one you shit in. Not the one that puts IV in.
Well, I'm telling you what happened afterwards after Korean barbecue.
I
need a colostomy bag. I need like 2 of them.
So, Jen, what are your thoughts?
It was fabulous. It was a great experience. The atmosphere is amazing. You walk in the door. Yeah. Service, a little lackluster, but hard to get good service these days. Yeah, didn't feel warming, welcoming. Yeah. But
I think they were mad that we were there.
Yeah,
I think they were mad that we walked in. They're like, "Oh, really? You guys fucking walked in?"
And we walked in without masks.
And they are wearing masks.
And they're all wearing masks, right? They look at you and like, oh, whatever.
So the music's popping.
The music's good. Lighting's amazing. The decor's amazing.
Sick. Huge.
Each table has
50, 60 tables.
Yeah, yeah. And each table has the barbecue pit thing there, and you order your beef. And I think by the end, we had a plate of beef each and a gallon of Kool-Aid.
Jesus, that Kool-Aid was good.
It was phenomenal. We had the sour
2 IV bags. Let's start calling them IV bags.
Yeah, they're IV bags. Yeah,
100%. So we had 2 of those. But the kicker about it is have you ever had spicy pork bulgogi before?
Can you say that 5 times fast?
Spicy pork bulgogi.
One more time.
Spicy pork bulgogi.
No, I didn't, but I got rid of it a little bit later.
I know, but it's
I
bomb.
had it twice.
It's bomb.
It is bomb. It bombed out the toilet.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then the beef bulgogi.
Yeah.
And then we did the.
How do you even spell that?
Bulgogi?
Yeah, you ordered everything. First time there, you were like the gentleman. And I was like, hey, thank you.
Bulgogi.
Got it.
Bulgogi.
What does it mean?
It's Korean for fucking delicious.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay.
And then there's the chadol, and the chadol is thinly sliced. I think. Yeah,
there was a beef or brisket or whatever.
I think it's thinly sliced brisket. Thin. It cooks in like 1 second.
I'll look at it. It was like salami or like capricorn, whatever, thin beef, like Italian beef that you throw it on the grill.
It's
real
like
quick,
2 seconds. And then the one that caught you off guard that I loved.
You didn't finish it though.
No. That was the beef bulgogi.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have the last
spicy
bite.
Whatever one we have. Fabulous.
The Hawaiian.
The chicken
pork belly.
Oh, the pork belly. Oh, yeah, the pork belly was amazing. When
but
it got
you're
all
like,
crispy.
That's the biggest piece of bacon I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was like that. It was that thick.
So pork belly, the only thing that has to, if you want to call it pork belly, I found out because I watch a lot of fucking YouTube, is it has to have this crazy amount of fat.
Our show.
It's cut from a different spot than bacon. Bacon is different.
Okay.
They're in the same general, like there's a slab.
Yeah.
And half of it's pork belly and half of it's bacon.
Gotcha.
One's a little leaner than the other.
Got
you
it.
notice how fatty it was.
Yeah, it was totally fatty. Yeah,
the most delicious.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like half-inch.
It wasn't rubbery either. When you went to go eat it, it was crispy. What are you looking at?
Dogs leaving.
All right, guys. Dogs are barking.
No, it's money as shit.
Yeah.
So the place is amazing. It sucks though. The bachan, all the little.
That's a big word.
The dishes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They only got like 3 of them.
And they're in like little cups now, little plastic
cups and plastic.
Throwaway cup, yeah.
When they went COVID, they went straight up like, oh, we have to seal everything up.
I think that's how everyone stayed now.
Yeah, but
they found it cheaper. Like some of these Chinese restaurants, they're like, you go in, there's no more sitting down. Like, what's his name? The sushi place that we used to, or the ramen place. Nico.
Yeah, they sit down.
There's no more servers anymore, right?
No,
you just go in, eat. You can sit there or walk away, whatever you want to do.
I get it. To stay in business, you have to be, more efficient. But it's like when I go out to a restaurant, my big thing is this. Like, okay, so we walk in the door. She goes, "Oh, okay, here, scan this for the menu."
Oh yeah, the menu. Yeah, I hate that.
I instantly was like,
"Do you have a menu?"
Great. Can I get a menu? Number one, I didn't bring my glasses,
right.
So if I'm trying to read a menu on my phone, it's over.
Right.
I can barely read the menu she gave me.
Well, weren't we someplace where they said there's a magnifying glass?
There is.
Right? There's a magnifying glass. I don't want to do that either.
I want a fucking menu. And you know what?
Menus
used to be a work of art. They'd put art on there, pictures of the fucking food, everything. And now it's like, hey, fucker, serve your fucking self.
I had the greatest.
By the way, I'm thirsty.
I had the greatest menu ever. Hold on one second. I'm going to tell the story. Okay. I was in Illinois, outside of Chicago, and this place was like, hey, let's go walk in. So we walk in. I was on a show. We walk in, and as soon as we walked in the door, it was like black leather chairs and dark lighting.
Restaurant?
Yeah, it was a restaurant. And everyone went like this.
Oh, you didn't belong.
Oh, yeah. And the guys with the dark glasses, old guys. They're 60, 70 years old. And they're like,
you came in the wrong spot.
Yeah, so we walked in. We sat down. The menu was written on the placemat. Each day was a new menu.
That's cool.
And they just Xeroxed the placemats through. It was awesome.
See,
it was great.
I miss when people gave a shit about the atmosphere, the experience, the service. I mean, the service is dog shit at Jack.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight.
Yeah.
She had zero personality.
Right.
I made jokes, and she's like,
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
then,
how
and
all
then
your
the hostess, she's just a
she was
cunty
like,
bitch. Jesus.
Yeah. All right, so you're thirsty. You picked this out because I would never have thought about it. So I'm just gonna say that right out. It is called Old Elk by Greg Mette.
Let me see that thing. I didn't even look at it yet.
Yeah. So look at that. It kind of reminds me of my grandpa's skunk beer.
Let me put on my spectacles.
But we'll see. Yeah, you can't read, so let's see what you got. Kind of cool, old school bottle, cool top.
Oh, it's got a Fox cigar bar.
Yeah. So
it's a branded thing.
Kind of like Whistle Pig was. Remember they had the Fox cigar bar.
No, that was
the Whistle Pig.
No, it was the other one.
Okay, not Whistle Pig. Something else.
The other one, the Trace, the Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, the Buffalo
bottles.
Trace. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought the Whistle Pig had one too.
No, well, they might have had one.
Yeah, I don't know. Who guys were prolonging?
Single barrel, aged 6 year.
Yep.
So is it a bourbon?
It's a whiskey. It says distilled whiskey, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's Old Oak. I don't see. Oh, there it is, bourbon. Yeah.
Oh, it does say bourbon.
Yeah, straight bourbon.
Oh,
straight bourbon.
Okay.
So, it's 109.
109 proof.
Woo!
That means it's gonna have some bite. Pass it over. Let's give this a whirl.
It's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. Let's say if you thought we've already been drinking,
hello,
we're gonna be fucking drinking again. Old Elk, smooth. Whatever.
Get some ice from you.
Yep, I'll get you some ice. Hold on. Let me open the bottle.
So while you're doing that, people probably don't know it was about 2 years ago in one of our first episodes. I think it was like in the second one.
Ooh. Yeah.
Do
you want a full glass of ice?
I like it. Yeah, I would like ice, sir. I like ice with my fucking whiskey. That's a whole nother story. So 2 years ago, I'd say second episode, but I don't remember because it's a blur. But I ordered something.
What did you order? I'm trying to remember.
My Bronco.
Oh yeah, you ordered your Bronco.
It's arrived.
I've
had it for 3 weeks ish, I think, maybe, whatever. Blue got some ice. I've had it for 3-ish weeks, maybe 4. 3 weeks sounds right.
Yep.
And waited 2 years for this thing. Had to reorder. Went through the whole game.
You want to reorder because it's 2021.
2022. Yeah. So I ordered 2021. I have to go to 2022. Cheers.
Cheers to your new Bronco.
Hold on. Let's take it.
Is it dangerous?
Ooh. But it's good.
Gave me a little whiff through the nose.
I like that.
Old Elk.
That's a good one. I like that.
It's better than the Old Cow.
Old Cow, yeah. Or the Black Cow.
Or the Black Cow or the Dark Horse. Okay. Anyways, you got a Bronco.
Anyways, it's fantastic. I waited 2 years. It was, I almost kind of forgot that I was going to get it.
Right.
And they're like, it's here.
You never got aggravated about it. I remember you were just like, whatever. It's just not here.
When it comes, it comes. But it's better than I expected. Yeah. It's more fun to drive.
You got the 2-door.
I got the 2-door. I bought the tube doors.
What's it called? The Sasquatch, the Mohami,
package,
whatever. Yeah.
Wild Track. I did everything.
Yeah.
There was a list on the right of
you
options.
Just press yes.
And I went
yes.
all the way down. And I think I didn't get the I didn't do the leatherish, not leatherette or whatever.
Right.
I did the cloth.
Right.
Because I
like the cloth better than the leather. Because the leather dries out, it gets hot, and sitting down. And
Jason's got the leatherette, and it's nice feeling.
Yeah.
But I have dogs.
Right.
And they just destroy it.
Right.
I mean, because they scratch up my truck. So I was like, I'll get the cloth. And the cloth isn't cloth, though. It's really like neoprene-ish.
Yeah, you can hose the whole thing down, like my car.
Hands down, say it. The rig is absolutely fucking amazing.
Right.
I love it, and I can't. I love driving it. Now, it's Krista's.
It is not. I talked to Krista. She's like, well, it's Reed unless he's not driving it, and then it's mine.
Well, if she wants to drive. I drove my truck yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
We have cigars.
We do have cigars. So what do we got here with cigars?
So I went with the Rocky Patel.
Ah, weird that we go with Rocky Patel.
I mean, it's a Rocky Patel room.
It is Rocky Patel room.
We like Rocky Patel.
I love her. It's our to-go-to
Fuck
cigar.
Davidoff.
Yeah,
Davidoff.
David.
We're never getting their sponsor anyways.
Yeah.
We like Patel because he shows up to the bars around us. He's a good dude.
He's short.
Short. Short than the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. We read about the history on one of the very first episodes.
On a whim. He was just like, fuck it. Anyways, this is the LB1.
LB1.
Do I know what that means? Not a fucking clue.
We had the LB2?
And so they had a long, skinny
LB1.
version.
What does LB stand for?
Or they had or this one, the short fatty.
Yeah, you like the short fatties.
I do.
Hand rolled.
Aren't they all
LB1?
It can't be hand rolled.
It says hand rolled right on it.
It's a machine.
You asked how much we paid for it. It was $10.79.
It's machine.
It's cheaper than a decade.
You can't roll this by hand.
Well, it says hand rolled.
You know what they did? They finished the cap with the hand.
The hand rolls the label.
They rolled that on there. It's all bullshit.
They hand rolled the label.
It's fucking bullshit. What do you got? A V? I need a V cutter.
Yeah, I bet you do.
So anyways, the Broncos legit. I'm down with it. I think it's cool as fuck. But, it's just going to start costing me more money because I'm going to...
Why is it going to cost you more money?
Well, because I'm going to buy stuff for it.
What do you want to buy for it?
Lift, wheels, tires.
Phone, wallet, keys.
Slider thing. Oh, shit. Is it stuck?
That's right. Hey, it's a good cigar. What are you smoking?
You motherfucker. I think you just broke it. Open that.
What are you smoking?
Open that. Yeah, I'm going to spend money on it left and right. Lights. All kinds of shit.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Sweetheart, you need a lighter too? You want me to light that thing for you?
Can you smoke it for me?
Oh, well, yes, I can. Bring that motherfucker right over here.
Ooh. That's right. That's old.
That's an old LB1.
When I was a kid, I smelled a cigar. Mm-hmm. That's the smell I remember. Right there.
That's the smell you remember.
Shit, this thing. That was some good butane.
Yeah. So what else you got going on these days, Reed?
Dude, it's been a little stressful. I had a glimpse, and I'm not trying to compare. I'm saying I had a glimpse in the world of bullshit of what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't deal with the stuff that you're dealing with, but yes, similar.
But you have. Mm-hmm. But I'm setting up for our annual summit. We call it the summer solstice for the company.
Where did that come from?
The name?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was drunk.
Yeah, solstice.
Well, summer solstice is once a year.
Right.
This is once a year.
Now, when the solstice happens, is that when the sun goes down or the sun goes up?
Not a fucking clue.
Because it might be when the sun goes down and then your logo's wrong.
All I knew is the summer solstice was once a year. And we're doing this once a year in the summer. So,
Siri, what's a summer solstice? She's not talking.
Good answer.
She hates me right now. The summer solstice is also known as the festival solstice or midsummer, when one of the Earth's poles has its maximum tilt towards the sun.
So, we're midsummer,
and you have your
I'm doing the once a year
maximum
thing,
pole.
Maximum pole.
Oh, you have your maximum pole.
So yeah, so I'm a little stressed.
That's when you release your maximum pole.
Yeah, that's full release. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have to get ready for people flying in, hotels, the room, the venue, the food.
You have speakers.
And audio equipment and content and shirts get made.
Right. So what was the most stressful part of it?
All of it.
The idea of doing it? No, the thought of the idea. You loved it. You just hammer stuff out, though.
I wish I had more people that worked for me because I wouldn't have to do any of this shit. Right. I would have directed, but I had to do a lot of it. And Chris did a ton of it.
Right.
And we got it all done. And it's all done.
Yeah.
But the stress factor was through the roof.
Do you have any like hints? Are like people going to win big, or
I got
is there
prizes.
good?
I'm giving out dope prizes.
Yeah, what are the dope prizes? Can you tell us?
No, because this will come out before, and the 6 people that listen to this,
Yeah.
They
might tell the 5 people that are getting the
going to Summer
prizes.
Solstice.
Because you tell them in order to have a job, they have to watch the show.
How about this? We did an Apple product.
Oh, right.
We did a JBL product.
Yeah, nice. So
we did a
green apple,
a Gentleman of Leisure product.
That doesn't sound right at all.
I have one in
that does.
Well,
is that like gig butt? Oh, I thought you meant like gig butt or
so
like
there's a
a
Gentleman
men's
of Leisure
shaving
thing.
kit for below.
We did a gift certificate.
What? So you have women coming, right? Mm-hmm. So then, how can they win the men of leisure?
Well, they could be women of leisure.
Oh well, all right.
A gift certificate. The certificate's an awesome certificate.
Mm-hmm. Is the gift certificate global? Like they can live anywhere and have it?
But there is a grand prize, and it's a quantifiable amount of money having to do with work that when you win it, you win the money thing. It's pretty cool. So it's a lot. Yeah. It's actually a big one.
Yeah, so you guys are spending a lot of money on this thing.
We are. We spent. I think
it doesn't matter. You spent a lot of money.
I think I kept it under 15.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
I say that
for a new. Are you guys even a year old?
No. I say that, and I haven't looked at the budget yet.
Yeah.
So I could. This is all in my head.
If it's
I'm good at estimation math.
So
I'm good at estimation math.
So if it's over 15, do you like fuck it? We're gonna do pizzas instead.
No, the food's already taken care of. Dinners. It's a lot, man. Transportation, and it's only like 22 people.
Right. Yeah.
I can't imagine next year we're gonna be in the 40s, 50s.
Right, unless you guys tank your company.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, you guys could be belly up tomorrow.
There's a stronger chance of that than us doing this again. At me at the helm, that's for fucking sure.
Hey, you know what?
Hey.
Instead of having a summer solstice, let's just have a fire sale.
So see, the recession's going to do one of 2 things for me. The recession's going to do one of 2 things. It's going to give me a boost in sales.
Right.
Because when things go bad, people are like, I need to find ways to save money and conserve. Or it's going to hurt me to the point where I'm back out selling in the homes. It's one of the 2. The good news is I'll be fine.
Sure.
The cool thing, though, is our lead source won't go away because security does not fall victim to either an up market or a down market.
Got it.
That's where we get our leads.
Right.
If the security if it's a down economy, security's going through the roof. People are like, protect my shit.
Yeah.
When things are going through the roof, they're buying shit, protect my shit. Security's always good.
I shouldn't say this, but you guys can just go steal my shit because I don't have either.
You don't have shit.
Yeah. I am the shit. What are you talking about?
You got rid of half your shit when you got divorced. You ain't got nothing. Nobody wants your 16-year-old FJ.
Yeah, I got my old TV.
Nobody wants.
I got my CRT.
Nobody wants
computer.
your golden tee fucking game in your front room.
I got my CRT computer.
Yeah, nobody
CRT
wants
monitor.
any of that. Nobody wants your MacBook that can't upload a new program. You are just fine.
I think I lost.
Someone's gonna break in. They're gonna walk around and go, "Fuck."
Who wants this dump?
They're like, "There's nothing here."
Does he have good drugs?
No, let's make a sandwich at least. Fuck, there's no food either.
There's mold on the buns.
They're like, well, let's take a dip in the hot tub. He's been out of town for a while. Fucking hot tub doesn't work. Fuck this guy.
The moldy buns.
I
Let's
know,
go to the
yeah,
moldy
right?
buns house.
Yeah, they're like, get out of this house. Let's go to a new one. They'll still take the golden tea though, because it's awesome. Golden tea's the best. Dude, it's a mini golden tea.
Well,
it's
the crazy
awesome.
thing is that I've turned into like the complete man cave, right? I got the shuffleboard table. I got the arcade game thing that has 15-year-old games.
It's a bachelor house.
It is. It's a fun place to be.
But you need to have a bachelor house because you're a fucking bachelor.
It is true.
It makes so much sense. Like, it's the dream of a guy. Like, you have a 4,000 square foot house, or is it 5? I don't know. Is it 12? It's fucking huge. You have this huge house with huge rooms, and it's you. Well, of course you're gonna fill it with cool shit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
By the way, we still haven't played shuffleboard once. I've like thrown them. We've never played once.
We got to play shuffleboard. I know.
We played Golden Tee 55 times.
You know, the sad thing is we sit in the backyard, drink and smoke.
Blue, come here.
That's what we do.
Come later.
We drink and smoke in the backyard, and that's all we do.
Yeah. Well, that's all you want to do.
I know. It's 110 degrees. Let's go drink and smoke in the
Yeah,
backyard.
100%. So you got to take off to Austin, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
next
I
week?
got to go to Austin next week. Go do a site visit, and then I got my show in August, and then I think I don't know. We'll see what happens from there.
I mean, I think you should just quit.
Well, tell my boss he's an asshole and fuck you.
He is an asshole.
No, he is a fucking
asshole.
asshole. What else you got going on? You said you got a lot to talk about today, and so I'm intrigued. Hair on the balls.
Jesus Christ.
As you said earlier, hair on the balls.
Hair on the balls.
Yeah, you said that puts the Japanese whiskey that we had.
Hair on your balls.
What was the name of that Japanese whiskey we had?
So he said the name. It had a little tiny top.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's like that one has a small tub. It's smaller.
It was like a perfume bottle or something. Like
it was
weird.
smaller.
Yeah.
Blue, hey, come here. Hold on. Blue.
Blue wants to show his ass in the camera.
Come on.
Come on. Blue wants to show
Come here, bud. Lay down. Come on, buddy. Come here, bud. Come here.
You have neurotic dogs.
I know, but it happens.
Yeah.
Lay down. Lay down. Both of you. No, that was a good Japanese whiskey for sure.
I had a bite. I never had a Japanese whiskey like that.
It was very very pungent.
Yes.
It was a lot, right?
Yeah. It was. It had that bite to it. I never had a bite like that with Japanese whiskey.
But at the same time, he's like, this is my favorite, so I'm not going to tell him it's crap.
Well, did you look at the dude?
He didn't look like he had a lot of
life left.
Yeah, dude.
He was going to go down fast.
Maybe it was a Japanese whiskey.
Could have been. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
That guy needed some health issues going on.
He also lives. He works in a fucking cigar bar. That can't be good.
No, I can't even imagine. I was like, what's your lifespan in a cigar bar?
It can't be good.
No.
Everyone's smoking.
You come back out with black lung,
and then they're smoking sometimes. Like, you can't double up on this place.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if you have to sign a waiver.
That's a good question.
Right?
So if you worked there,
yeah, you have to sign a waiver because, Jesus.
What does the waiver say? If you get
cancer
cancer in 30 years?
Yeah, well, ever, I guess.
Well, yeah. I guess,
Well, because right, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're gonna die in that place.
It's got to be like 10 packs of cigarettes a day equivalent.
Oh, they're not more. And they're smoking on top of it. Every single one of them were smoking.
It's thick for me.
Yeah.
Just being there for an hour or two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be weird. 8-hour shifts every day, and you're just inhaling that shit.
Oh.
They have good ventilation, but it's
Yeah,
not
but
that
the
good.
ventilation's not as good as some other places. Jesus
not
fucking
that good.
Christ.
No,
you
no.
know, you go in there reeking, out of there reeking.
That's a good point.
You know.
But it's hot. We had to go inside because it's hot as shit here right now.
Yeah, so we couldn't sit outside.
Fuck, it's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first moved here,
It's 111 this weekend coming up.
God. When I first moved here, I was like, oh, I like to eat, which I did.
Right.
I was like, it's hot, it's fun, it's cool, hanging
Right.
out. And everyone, I met people that have been here, 10, 15, 20 years, like, fuck this heat. And I'm like, you guys are dumb. You're just being whiny bitches. And that's why I said, fuck the rain, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost 11 years later. Fuck the heat, bro. It's so hot.
I hear that a lot. So I hear people that say they get to a breaking point after 10, 20 years and they're like, they have to get the fuck out.
Right.
And they loved every bit of it until they got, like, they were done.
Right.
Right? And I'm from Buffalo, and I got out of the fucking snow. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not going to stay in the snow. But I've gotten here, and I've actually gotten accustomed to the heat. But I'm on year 11. 10, 11. 11.
Yeah. Right.
So
You're
maybe I
right
have
with
9
me.
more years on to go, fuck it. I'm out of here.
I'm already, I still like it,
Yeah.
but it gets to be a bit.
Well, you're going to move to Texas where humidity's happening.
Yeah.
But you know the good thing about you and humidity? Your hair's not going to grow out like fucking afro.
I know. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I-
But when you walk outside, you're like wet. I hate that.
I've been there in the heavy humidity, and it does get annoying.
Right.
And it's the same. I'm giving up 3 months of the devil's pit
Right.
for 3 months of
Yeah, sure.
4 months
It's
of
just a trade-off.
humidity.
Yeah, sure.
It goes light humidity, heavy,
Right.
light, and it sucks.
And hurricanes. We were out there. And remember
Not where I'm going.
Well, remember in Houston, we were out there.
Oh yeah,
and they
almost got stuck with the hurricane.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they said there was a hurricane happening. We're like, oh, whatever. What does that mean? And we're in the bar. And we're like, where is everybody? And the bartender's like, well, they said a hurricane's coming. And everyone went home.
Yeah, everyone's like, we're done.
We're like, well, I'm not going to die in a hotel.
I'm going to live
at the Holiday Inn.
far enough northwest that they don't affect that area.
Wow.
Like no matter what, they don't.
Like, how far do you have to go to make that happen?
Where I'm moving,
I don't understand what that means.
an hour and a half northwest of Houston.
Gotcha.
I'm going Lake Conroe.
Lake Conroe.
Yeah,
That's
so-
an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
I didn't realize it was that far.
From Houston, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, because from Houston Center, it's another fucking 45 minutes to the water.
Right.
So now you got 45 minutes plus another hour and a half. It's a long ways inland, and it goes, and all the hurricanes go like this and wrap around. They don't go straight
Well,
up.
they go towards the east?
Yeah, they turn towards the east when they come in.
Because
So
of the airstream.
right, so it never goes up there. That's not a thing. And there's no flooding over there. There's flooding to the east, but never flooding to the west.
Because
where
the
I'm going.
storms go that way.
Well, and I'm in the hill country.
Right.
That's where I want to go. So
So like the hill country, like West Virginia, you're going to drink Mountain Dew and make a Mountain Dew cake?
Dude, Mountain Dew what?
Cake.
So you've talked about this
Oh,
before.
yeah. I've never had it. So I was in...
So wait, you make a regular yellow cake or something?
It's like a cake with Mountain Dew in it. I don't know. And
Does it taste like bubbly?
I have never had. So, I was in West Virginia at what's that damn big hotel I said I was at?
Greenbrier.
The Greenbrier.
Which, by the way, my best experience at a golf course and a resort ever.
Greenbrier. I was at the Greenbrier
What a place.
Hotel.
What a place.
And it's Virginia. and the shuttle driver's driving me back to the airport. He's like,
the airport that has like what
little
a terminal and a half,
it's like
a
it's
puddle jumper that leaves.
You
Yeah,
have like 3 flights a day. That's
Dude,
all
that
that goes
shit
out
was
there. Yeah,
fucking. I was like, this is great.
So he's like, if you haven't had a cake unless you had a Mountain Dew cake, because in Virginia they drink a lot of Mountain Dew.
Well, because Mountain Dew was
and
made
he
for
says,
whiskey,
right? And he said
moonshine.
He said it was a moist, and I can't even imagine what it is. Probably green.
Well, Mountain Dew's barely yellow, so
Right.
it wouldn't turn it.
But it glows in the fucking dark, I'm sure.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of curious about this Mountain Dew cake when I make one.
We
I'm
should
not gonna
make one.
shit. I'm not gonna bake. I hate
We
baking.
need an easy bake oven here.
Those work.
Put one right here. Make some brownies while we're talking.
So now we gotta try Mountain Dew cake. We got the Hot Wings party coming up.
Yeah, we have a Hot Wings party, which is the 2nd annual.
Number 2.
Speaking of number 2.
Yeah, that happened. Krista's putting it together.
Yep.
It's gonna be bigger and better this year. 3 teams of 5.
If we can find that many friends.
I know 7 people. Yeah, the same 7 people that have watched this episode.
And the same 7 people that were there last year.
Yeah, no one's even listening. That's the best part.
I know.
No, that's fucking hilarious. But we're gonna do it. But this year we're gonna buy the wings.
Yeah,
Not gonna
instead
cook
of cook
'em.
them. Yeah,
Fuck
we're gonna
that.
cheat. Yeah, we're gonna cheat this
We're
year.
gonna buy the wing. We're gonna buy the good wings.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from that one place.
Just salt and peppered from them.
And then we toss them.
And then we're gonna toss them. But this year I'm gonna take the
Toss
hot
the
sauces
salad.
and make them in butter so they stick to the wings better.
Gotcha.
And we're going 5 wings, 5 challenges.
Okay.
But this year the wings are gonna start hot.
Shut up. Really? Why go that way?
Not death.
Oh, and then move up from there.
It's gonna
Not go
start.
down.
No, yeah. We're gonna start hot. Like the
Yeah.
first one's gonna be like, I made a terrible choice at what I did today.
Well, I think we did that every time. Like some people were like,
But we didn't do that
"What
last
the
time.
fuck?"
We didn't do
No,
that
I
last
think
time.
Some people were.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna very quickly go to people are gonna go to dark places.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
say
a better
dark things. We're
Yeah.
recording the whole thing. We're gonna post it on
Yeah.
here.
It's sponsored by 2 Guys 1 Ashtray.
2 Guys 1 Ashtray. It is gonna be by the time they hit number 4 and 5, they're gonna be like,
We did 5
I
last
quit.
year, right?
Yeah, they're gonna say I quit.
Right.
We're gonna have quitters. People are gonna drop out.
We're gonna have people crying.
I cried that shit, and I'm gonna MC it,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna eat the wings again,
Yeah. Sure.
which is hard to fucking keep your shit
Did
together.
you eat them last time?
I did.
I couldn't remember. We've had them. You and I've had these wings.
I
but
did,
I couldn't remember
but
if you ate 'em.
we the wings I made they just didn't hold the sauce well enough. It was
Well,
just
I think we're gonna have the same issue.
so I'm going breaded wings.
Oh, but when they bread and fry them, it's not going to absorb anything more when we toss them.
The sauce will hold way better on the
You
breaded
think so?
wings. Oh, way
after
better.
it's been fried.
Way better.
All right, I'll
It's
believe you.
breaded.
Whatever, yeah,
It's
sure.
breaded.
No, I understand,
Oh,
but the bread's
dude.
not like caramelized.
Their lives are gonna be fucked.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be pissed.
You know when you say their lives,
Yeah.
I played last year.
Yeah, you're gonna play this year too.
Yeah, that means my life is going to.
Yeah, I know. And I mean it too. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be
It's
fun.
fine.
This is going to be fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna record.
Yeah, we'll
And
do an episode during the
after.
live. Yep.
Which is gonna be horrible
Yeah.
because our mouths are gonna be fucking ruined.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And
my
we'll
God,
have
gross.
all the fucking retards
Gross.
walking around
Yeah.
wanting to talk about it. And
You can't say retards anymore. I'm just telling you.
You said it.
Oh, fucking retards.
Why can't I? Tropic Thunder was the greatest movie ever made.
You can't say retards, but you can say fucking retards.
I bet you can.
Yeah.
I don't. It's
We're not going to go there because that's a long rabbit hole down the
doesn't matter.
hole.
It's a rabbit hole. Look, I'm not talking about a specific person with
A
the missing
specific retard.
chromosome,
Right, sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, me. Oh,
But okay, Tropic Thunder,
okay, yep, go ahead.
hands down,
Yeah,
top 5 comedies of all time.
yeah.
I mean, you got Something About Mary
Yeah.
and shit like that. Billy
I'm
Madison.
going to go all retard on you.
You never go full retard.
Never go full
And then Blackface. He did Blackface.
Yeah.
Downey did Blackface.
Well, I was telling you this. What was it? Blazing Saddles. Sorry, Blazing Saddles now has a disclaimer down below.
I haven't seen Blazing Saddles, to be honest, in 15 years.
It's on like Netflix
Right.
or one of those.
I know it's insanely racist, which is funny because it's funny racism,
Yeah. Like I'm Polish. I don't
and
care
it's
if you
probably
think I'm
crossing
Polak.
lines. I don't
Yeah.
know, but we laughed at it before. Why can't we laugh at it now?
Right. Sure.
Well, I do because I don't give a fuck.
Because you're a fucking retard.
Now I'm gonna watch it very soon because it's a fucking great
Yeah,
movie.
it's online. It's streamed.
But how many other movies? If you start to play that game on every movie, you are down to like 3 movies.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. You're going to go straight down the rabbit hole.
I'm not on a rabbit hole. I'm still watching them. I'm
Right.
still promoting them.
Yeah. Hey, so can I, I had no idea. So we uploaded the last episode, which is up there right now, season 3, episode 1. I was shocked. We have 25 subscribers.
Thank you, all 25 of you.
And you know what?
Thank you, all 25 of you.
And by the end, just a couple days after our 3rd episode, we're up to 27.
Oh, my God. You know, we might get monetized. Crazy. We're about there. We're almost monetized.
Rich. We're rich, motherfuckers. I'm gonna be able to afford the bigger golden tee.
I think there's 2 realizations. Number one, we've done this for self-indulgence, to hang out, talk shit about what we already talked about. It doesn't matter. Talking shit, having fun.
Yeah.
We've never cared if this does anything.
No, absolutely not.
But I have to say, if there are 25 people now, I'm
27. Don't
27 people that I'm going to say 17 of them accidentally hit subscribe and didn't unsubscribe. So we have 10 people that have honestly hit subscribe.
That's watched
and want to know and have watched the episodes. You are my heroes.
I know. I agree with you.
And I'm sorry that we annoy you, and we are who we are because I can't help who I am.
Yeah. Well, we all agree with that.
100%. I was going to say the guy that owns the company Titan that
and what's Titan?
Titan Solar. They do the installs for us.
Sure. Yes.
Amazing company.
Yep.
And the owner, David, great guy, fun guy.
He's going to go, hey, can you bleep out my name?
So he got, he's got awesome cars, right? He's got a new Ferrari.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he buy the new EV Hummer or whatever?
So he's got the Ferrari. He's got the Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah.
Dope as shit. And then he had ordered the Hummer EV.
Yeah. Because you need a lot of cars to drive around each day.
100%.
Yep, I got it.
And he ordered the Hummer EV a year ago, like everyone else, whatever, and kind of didn't expect to get one for a long time. He got it before the owner of that dealership, the Chevy dealership. Crazy. So, or GM or whatever, GMC, that's what it was. And it shows up, they're like, hey, your Hummer's here. And I saw it in person, and at first I was like, okay, this is the dumbest fucking thing in the world. It's got like a 200.
Oh, you actually saw it?
Yeah, he drives it around every day. It's got a 200 kilowatt battery, which in comparison to other cars is more than double.
Right.
Its range with that battery is about 350 miles, which is what every other car is.
And it's the aerodynamics of a box.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's massive. It's
right.
bigger.
Big
it's bigger than the H2 was.
Oh,
it's huge. It's monstrous.
Right. Thank you.
But I thought about it, and I've now figured out why it makes perfect sense as an EV. It makes perfect sense.
Why?
So I'm never going to buy an electric car.
Yep.
It's not me. They're fun to drive. Fast as shit. But nothing about them makes me want to own one.
Sure.
Right?
Not even the torque or anything like that.
Nothing. I'd rather just have a car. It's just who I am, whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, sure.
The Hummer is the perfect example of what I would buy if I got an electric car.
Why is that?
Because it's this whole green, electric, blah, blah, blah. But fuck you. I'm making it as big as I can with the biggest battery I can and with the most charging I can to make it as obnoxious as I can. Right. It is so obnoxious. It's perfect. And that's the thing about it I love is that thing is the definition of how ridiculous the EV market is. They basically said, sure, we'll make an electric car. We'll just make it ridiculous.
Right. I read an article this week, and the numbers could be wrong slightly, that people are ordering them, like 70 people per day are ordering them, but only 17 a day are coming out of the plant.
That makes sense.
Something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. They can't keep up
with every car.
Every car. Well, that's probably true, huh?
Every car.
I didn't think about that. But yeah, so you watched that episode.
Recession's coming. It's fine.
So you were watching an episode of what a car
used
was
cars.
worth. Yeah, so go ahead and talk about that a little bit.
So first we watched the new cars on the Donut channel. Great channel. And
I love donuts.
Yeah, donuts are delicious. They were looking at car prices are out of control. So it's brand new cars and just slightly like 1,000-mile cars. And they're getting 20, 30, 40 grand over
more
sticker.
Right.
Over used, and it's crazy. And so when I got the Bronco, I got offered over.
Right.
The person wanted it.
Right.
And now Earnhardt called me again and offered me a ton more, 20,000+ over, saying we'll take it, which means they're getting 25.
Yeah, sure.
And because there are none.
Right.
And they can.
Right.
But it's a crazy gouge. Like if you go, and what I found out, I paid sticker. because I ordered it.
Right.
And I waited.
Yeah.
If you want to just walk up and buy what they have because they have
it goes up
you're
in
getting
price.
fucking hammered.
So here's my question about that.
But the used car market is through the roof too.
Right.
Like used. Like yours would be like 25, 30 grand.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the question. And I'm just thinking about it, and I'm spitballing here. So car production is down.
Way down.
Our car sales profit
way up.
Still the same or more with less product going out there.
Yeah. So my buddy runs a dealership.
Right.
And they're still maintaining their margins.
So who's really running this whole thing?
With an eighth of the cars.
Right. So who's really running this whole thing?
The dealerships.
And so if they're making more money.
The dealerships.
And the production and Ford and all the the manufacturers as well, right?
No,
so
the manufacturers making the sticker, they still charge the dealership the sticker.
Oh, right. So
it's all the dealership.
Gotcha.
But they're marking it up because they have to make up for the lack of inventory.
Right. So the manufacturer is making less product is going out there, but the dealerships
are maintaining
or making more.
Okay, and
with
here's
less product going out.
And here's the catch-22 that people will be like angry at, right? So people are like, "Oh, this is bullshit. They're gouging us." And by the way, they are.
Right. Well, every business is.
But they have to do it for two reasons.
Yeah.
One, if a dealership wasn't increasing the price of the car to make up for the lack of car sales,
right,
the dealership
would be out of cars.
Won't be a dealership
Yeah, they'd
anymore.
be out of cars. Yeah, they'd be out.
Well,
of
then
cars.
you don't have a place to go fucking service your car. Then you don't have a place to buy your car in 3-4 years.
Right.
You need them to maintain.
And
profit.
there's a certain amount of money they expect back a return on a new car sales with
100%
it going for oil change, service. Yeah,
and that's the important part is that it's a catch-22. You like having the convenience of these nice dealerships with all the nice amenities, with the nice service and all this stuff. But you still want the best of both worlds. You're like, well, there's no cars. I still want to pay retail. Well, look, that's not the world right now.
Right.
So if you don't want to buy the car, keep
buy the car.
Service your car.
Absolutely.
Until you can buy one.
And that's where I'm at. I'm like,
because they got to make money.
The pricing's so out of control right now. I got to wait until the recession happens
before
I buy a car.
But then there's people who are willing to spend it. Mm-hmm. So let them spend it. Keep the dealership alive.
Those are those rich people. I'm not rich.
Keep them going.
Right.
Keep them running.
Yeah.
So that when we 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now after the recession, 7 years, we can go back to a nice dealership that's still there and go, oh, you're the same people I dealt with.
Sure.
It's a necessary evil.
So when you say a dealership nice, some people don't think dealerships are nice.
Well, not the people, the nice environment.
A nice environment. Oh, go in there, look at a new car.
I strongly believe that the world of new car dealerships, meaning brand dealerships.
Yep.
I think the world of them being sneaky, snarky, and slimy.
Well, I don't see that yet.
Is gone.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I mean, they're making deals.
Right.
If you're not good enough to make a deal, you don't make a deal.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you.
But I think that the pot lot still exists. The guys slinging cars, they still exist.
Right.
But I think the new car brands and stuff, it's so important to keep your brand and the word gets out.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a brand.
fuck people over.
Yeah, sure.
It's social media. Fuck
Yeah,
you over.
sure, absolutely.
So
yeah, it's a whole different game now, right? With social media,
you can't be this slimy. So the new car guys, I think they're different. I think that they operate on a pretty level playing field, and they're upfront about it. Like, hey, we're marking this car up because we have to because we need more money.
Right. Sure.
They're like, that's the way it is. You're like, well, fuck it. I want it or I don't.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
So you're not going to buy. You can't buy a second car like you want it right now because it's too much. Blue.
Well, I mean, I could if I wanted to, right? I could, right? But I don't see the reason for it.
It's unnecessary.
My car is 15, 16 years old. Yes, old car. I love my car. It's a Toyota FJ Cruiser. Like, it still has a little bit of a style to it. There's not a shitload of them out there.
It's a good rig.
I like it. It hasn't cost me a dime. I put a new alternator in the whole damn thing in the 15, 16, besides routine maintenance, right?
Yeah.
Oil changes, tires, brakes, whatever. So it doesn't owe me a damn dollar.
Right.
So, and if I had another car, I'm going to still keep that one right there.
Yeah, it's
for me, it doesn't make sense.
You wanted a toy.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it doesn't make sense. Now, could I go out and buy one? Yes, I could go out and buy one.
Yeah.
But at the price point, I'm a cheap bastard.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it's 30, 40, 50 grand. Excuse me. That you don't.
Well, and the other issue is that you're different. I am not a car guy. I am not going to go, hey, I need this car.
Right.
Right. To me, I don't even know where to begin to look at cars. Like, I don't even there's not a style out there, maybe besides the Bronco, maybe.
No, I mean car.
But I have my car that's like similar
thing, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That there's not one out there that when the FJ came out, I wanted that car.
You wanted it,
right?
And so that's the thing is you have to see a car and go, I want it, or you drive it and go, I want to drive this every day,
right?
Like because my M5, as much as it was a bit of a toy, it was a useful toy that it always made me smile. If I hit that accelerator, it was like Jesus.
But you drive every day. Or you used to drive. You used to drive every day, right? I don't drive every day.
I don't drive like that anymore.
You know, I drive to the grocery store because I'm an old man. I go to the grocery store.
Mile.
Yeah, exactly. Like one light away from my house.
A mile each, but in both directions.
Yeah, and sometimes I just take the golf cart.
You don't need the car thing.
No, absolutely not. And it doesn't make me like feel exciting.
Yeah, well, and maybe a track day would fix that. Maybe you'd be like hooked if you went really fast. And you're like, ooh, I like going fast. You know, I think the flying thing we were talking about in Vegas, the dog fighting thing.
Right, yeah, that'd be cool.
I might get into flying.
I'd spend my money on that.
I'm a little nervous about getting
So
into
let's
flying.
talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So you were in Vegas and you saw this. No, you saw it online. Okay, got it.
No, it's just it's online. It's in Vegas and it's in Bakersfield. Vegas.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a few different locations. So let's go to Bakersfield.
Right. No, I'm not doing that.
I love everyone in Bakersfield, but I'm not going to Bakersfield.
Yeah, no, I'm not going. It's fucking rad. So you can do just go up there and they do stunts.
Right.
With you in there.
Right. So you're in a plane.
It's an extra 330, I think, which is a stunt plane.
Right.
It's like the Red Bull races.
Yeah, gotcha.
Those, they do stunts.
Right.
And that'd be awesome. That's like $700.
Yeah.
And it's an hour.
Yeah.
Well worth every penny. And then there's the you get to go up and do some stunts. Like they'll do stunts and then you get to actually.
So there's a stick in the back too?
Yeah, there's both sticks and then they'll tell you what to do with your feet and the stick and you do
stunts.
Oh yeah,
because you have the feet too, right?
Yeah, so you do stunts too.
Yeah.
That's like $1,000.
Right.
And then I think for $1,400, I said, is you go up, you do some stunts, and then your friend is also out there. There's like 4 planes, and you dogfight.
Yeah.
And you have lasers on the fucking
that'd be awesome.
freaking lasers.
Freaking lasers.
And you do dogfighting for points and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need that. It's a hour of pre-flight, whatever.
Yeah.
An hour in the fucking plane and then an hour afterwards. I'm like, I have to do this.
I can envision already you and another person, you know, whoever you're with, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, where's the Pollock? Where's the Pollock? And then I shoot in between like on Maverick.
Where'd he go? Where'd who go?
See, right? I can see it already.
I'm sure they would let that happen.
Yeah.
They're like, here, let's split those planes. This is a great idea.
Split those planes. Yeah, exactly.
I need to do that.
Where's the Pollock?
I got to do that sooner than later. That thing
I
looks
know.
amazing.
Yeah, before you shit your pants because you can't hold it in anymore.
Dude, that is to dogfight in a plane that
so
pulls.
How long are you doing that for? Do you even know?
What's that?
How long do you dogfight for?
1 hour. Well, I mean, it's a total hour flight. So you do some stunts, flying stunts, and then you go dogfight probably like 20 minutes, I'm sure.
So how much fuel do you use, and how much gas does that cost, do you think?
I don't know.
This day and age.
You pay one price. I don't give a fuck.
I know.
All I know is we have to do it immediately.
Yeah.
And that's a bucket list item.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be fucking dope.
They pull as many. If you want to, they can put like 9 Gs in those things.
I saw that in Top Gun. There's no way we'd almost be passing out.
Oh, I can't do it. I pass out.
Passing out.
I'd black out in a second.
I'd be like, my jewel.
He'd be like, hey, we're gonna pull 1 G. He's like, that's your regular weight. Yeah, I'm a little tired. Had a big lunch. I ate a little too much.
A big lunch.
I think I just pooped.
Yeah.
No, so
do you wear Depends?
You got back from Vegas.
Yeah, I just got back from Vegas. But do you wear Depends?
For what?
Well, in case you shit yourself.
Don't shit yourself.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they don't want you shitting in the seat.
Well, I mean, if you wear Depends, they don't care.
Why do you have to shit?
Well, I mean, if you're like fucking
dog
fighting,
fine.
You said you're gonna puke.
Most likely.
Yeah, so
I'm sure they have a doggy bag.
Yeah, so
take it home to your dog.
Hey, your pre-flight. Hey, here's a doggy bag and here's a pair of Depends.
Yeah, put these on. You're gonna shit and piss immediately. So,
Exactly.
all right. So I went to Vegas right before you about a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
2 months ago. You just went a couple days ago. You got back.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that
price.
I'm scared of 2 things about Vegas. It's become crazy pricing, and it's not that fun.
Right.
Like the fun's there.
Yeah, the fun's
But
there.
is it worth going there for the fun?
Are you old?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. So you get to the point where you're like, yeah, I can spend my money home drinking, smoking here and doing a podcast, or I can do it there and spend $9 on $20 on a drink.
That's the thing is the drink prices, the food prices.
Well, so just to give you a little example of the food pricing. So we were out all night, 3:30 in the morning. So we were day before drinking all night until 10 o'clock at night. Left at 6:30 in the morning. Got to the airport at 7:30 in the morning. 8:30 flight. Drinking. Got there. Drinking till 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. Almost 24-hour shift.
Yeah.
And you got to absorb that alcohol with something. That's how I am. I got to eat something, or I'm gonna feel the pain the next day.
Right.
So I went to Johnny Rockets. It was in the food court.
One of your finer establishments.
Yeah. Well, it was the only thing open. Right? So when at that late, the restaurants aren't necessarily open.
Where you were.
Right. They're not like, you're not going to go have.
They didn't have a Nathan's or anything?
They had, all in the food court. Yes. They had a Nathan's.
Not open.
Not open.
Jesus.
The only thing that was open was Sbarro Pizza, which was a choice, or Johnny Rockets. I'm like, give me a burger. 2 burger meals each with a Miller Lite.
Mediocre burger.
So mediocre burger, tots.
Mediocre fries.
So burger, tots, beer, chicken
Oh,
sandwich.
you went the tots option.
Yeah, I got the tots. That's where I went. That's where upsell right there.
That's a $5 upsell, but it's
I'm
worth
sure.
it because tots are amazing.
So burger, tots, beer, and chicken sandwich, fries, and a beer. $72.
That's with tip.
With tip. 72, and the tip was like, so you go up to the counter, you order. You know how they have the whole counter area where you can sit down and order your food? No, you go to the cash register.
They just throw it at you.
You order, you go sit down there, and they
like a
have
fucking
the little buzzer,
trough.
and they're like, oh, your buzzer went off, and they just
Like a
slam
trough.
you in
It's like, here, fucking slang it out.
And if I want ketchup, I have to go get it over there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
$72.
That sounds horrible.
I know.
So, Vegas, and when I was staying at the what's that place called?
Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay.
Yep.
I stayed at Bellagio recently. Both kind of upscale.
Yeah.
Not very upscale.
Yeah.
The prices.
Yeah, the prices are out of control.
I mean, like you said, $10 coffee.
Yeah, so we were at the Venetian. We had these dates. Bacon wrap dates were phenomenal. 4 of them, right? They're this big. $17. And we had like these sushi roll, which was $17, and 2 cocktails. And
$70.
I didn't pay for it. She paid for it, but I was in the bathroom at that point, shitting my pants out from the food. But it was like probably $80.
It's out of control. And when you go to, so you were at the Bailey's.
Mm-hmm. Never been there before.
Bailey's is trying to get itself back in the game. Mm-hmm. It's not.
Oh, so
were the tables cheaper?
Tables were cheaper.
10s?
Yes, they were cheap. Yeah, they were cheap.
No
10s,
5s.
They were 10s. They were 10s. But you
which
can't
is better because Mandalay Bay minimum is 25.
Right, and there's one table for like 2 hours there, $10, right? And so what I did find is, and I'm going to stay there next time. Across the street from there, it was the old. I forget not the Nantucket.
Mirage?
I forget what it was, but it was like I'll say it later. And like, oh yeah, that one. So, but now it's the
Treasure Island.
Nope, Cromwell.
Oh yeah, the Cromwell. Yeah.
Have you been inside there?
It was beautiful.
Amazing.
They dialed it in.
Had an couple old fashions,
and they
there.
redid all the hotel.
Yeah, and they're beautiful pool bar.
Yeah.
You know, up top.
That place is done right.
It is amazing. So next time, and so we were talking to the bartender there, and she's like, so during the NFL draft, nobody went into any of the bars and hotels. There was so much to do on the street. They closed down the street. That that nobody went into the casinos.
So they just did street shit.
They did street shit. She said they were dead. But I will say the next time I am in Vegas, the Cromwell, beautiful.
It looks nice. I walked in. I messed around a little bit. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it was.
I would say it's a reasonably priced room. My big thing is this. I miss old Vegas where you can go and sit down at a $5, $10 table, have some fun. I don't like this. Like at Mandalay, I'm not going to Mandalay anymore. I'm done with that. Because every table.
Well, and that's where I stay there. I stay at the Venetian.
Well, but on a Thursday, every table can't be 25.
Right.
You can't have a roulette. It can't be 25.
Right. No, I agree. Well, it can be because they are doing it.
I know, but it takes the fun out of it, and it's and the slot machines are all big slot machines.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I want to just kind of fuck around, you know.
Yep.
And the food options are like you said though. So it was only 3 a.m. right? Vegas used to be all the way through the night.
I mean
that shit's dead.
There's nothing.
Food shuts down now because they don't have the staff.
Barbary Coast. It was the Barbary Coast.
Barbary Coast. Okay. Yeah. Vegas has lost its luster to me.
But it does have the top restaurants in the country.
It does, but at what cost?
Right, sure. And they close it down at a certain time.
Yeah, it's too early. I don't do the clubs anymore.
No.
I'm just fucking done with that shit.
So I was telling that story. It's like, I don't do clubs. The only time I ever did a club, it was a phenomenal experience. I went to the Rum Jungle in Mandalay Bay.
I like the name.
And that place was amazing. But I don't do clubs. You know, there's the Tao still, the Venetian, all those clubs. Like, no. I'm too old for that shit. You know?
It's not for me. It's too much. You know what? Here's the crazy part. I would go there, but it's so fucking gross. I wish Old Town was still fun.
Yeah, well, I hear. I have never.
I was there. It was all bums.
What I hear. That's right. You're there.
All shut down.
I would go there, but it's all kind of.
It's gross. It's gross as fuck.
Right.
I took my kid through, and he's like, "Dad, this is weird.
Right.
There's like
And
bums
you guys
everywhere."
left, yeah.
Oh, we had to get the fuck out of there. Now Vegas has lost its luster, and I'm surprised it bounced back. Remember in the podcast I was saying it might not bounce back.
Right. Yeah.
It still hasn't quite.
Oh, I think
It's busy.
It's packed.
It's busy, but they still don't have staff.
Right. Well, that's the other.
Because Vegas is in trouble.
So here's another thing. So here's a crazy thing.
Talk about the water going down.
Well, so
They don't have any.
Speaking of staff, so you go up to check into your hotel, and you normally you go up to the counter and you talk to somebody.
Yeah. Oh, now it's just the computer.
Now there's 2 people, and the rest of them are like the airport.
They walk around
machines.
Yeah.
And that's all there are.
So at Mandalay, a person walked in. They checked us in, walking around. We don't go to the counter. I was like, this is weird.
This was a check-in counter, but like getting your tags for your baggage. You go in there, put your ID in, and it says, "Oh, here's your room. Here's your 2 cards.
Yeah,
we'll see you later."
That's all the things I miss. I miss going up and talking to the lady and like.
So
maybe
I do too, 100%. But is part of that going? Hey, we can't find staff at the same
Staff.
right?
It's all
right?
staff.
Right. It's not that necessarily they want to do it.
They're
And maybe they
forced.
do.
No, they're forced.
They're forced to do it.
They're losing. Well, first of all, Vegas is in trouble because there's no fucking water. That fucking lake is down to.
Oh yeah, we flew
all
past
the
it.
suctions
yeah.
are not suctioning anymore.
Can you say suctions again?
Suction.
Yeah.
I watch this guy's video all the time, and he's showing like every week how much lower it is.
Yeah.
It's
It is crazy. 100%.
That thing's gonna dry up.
Well, they also get their. Do they get their water from Colorado too?
That's the Colorado River.
Oh, it is for coming down. And
Yeah.
coming
From what's the one up north? Powell.
Yeah.
And Powell's low, so they can't let any water
So
go.
that's where we get our water too.
Diverted a little differently, but yeah, same shit. They're in trouble though.
Yeah,
We're in
California,
trouble.
we're all in trouble.
Yeah, they're in real trouble.
So that goes to
So it's
global warming.
10 million people.
Does that go global warming and the whole thing?
It's a pattern of the Earth. Who knows? I don't know. I know that 10 million people get their water from that lake, and when that thing goes out, there's gonna be some cheap real estate over there.
Yeah, probably true. Yeah, it's probably true.
In Vegas, you probably get it for free. What happens when
You
they
stay
don't
at
get,
the casino.
What happens when they don't have water?
I don't know.
What do you do?
You drink beer.
There's too many people. It's too big of a
Can't even
place.
make beer. Jesus fucking Christ.
Right. So what do you do when that place doesn't have water?
Right.
I don't understand.
Well, I think they decided on a whole legislation where you can't have green grass. Well, first of all, you can't have misters. So I had the misters in my backyard,
Sure.
right? You're not allowed to have the misters.
Do they think the misters in the grass is the problem?
Well, the grass is because it goes right into the ground.
Or is it the lack of water and too many people?
Sure. But if you're watering your grass and it's gone, it doesn't come back because it absorbs into the ground and out of here.
Well, let's try something different. They built a place that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
There was nothing. It's a desert for a reason.
Well, that's how it began.
And they were like, "Hey,
that's how the whole thing started,
let's
right?
build a lake."
Yeah, that's how the whole fucking thing started. Was
Right.
like, let's build it in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and let's build a lake.
A bunch of people that did not want to be seen.
Right.
Right.
And then it got too big.
Yeah. Got too
And
big.
the too big
Right.
has won.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go away.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know.
So it wasn't going to be the financial crisis that kills Vegas. It's going to be the water.
Hey, oh, absolutely. 100%. It could be.
Hey, you know where we get to go after that?
Where?
Atlantic City. Plenty of water.
That place I heard has gone downhill.
I'm
never,
sure it's
have you ever
dog
been there?
shit.
I've never
No,
been there.
I've heard it's
It's like Reno, I guess.
No, I heard it's better than Reno, but not Vegas. I don't know anything about it. I've been to Reno, and there's no way it's like Reno.
Yeah.
It can't be that bad.
Reno. Although I hear Reno's a market. They're not.
I heard, but they've been doing good.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're like Yahoo and Google put a
New-
service center there.
they're doing
and
new,
a lot of
buildings,
Dairy
hotels.
farms are going there, and they're selling milk and all that. It's crazy. I heard.
So do we do a Reno Tahoe trip?
Yeah.
Tahoe's dope.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Reno's
Tahoe.
dope.
I love Tahoe.
They're next to each other. Good
Yeah,
times.
I love Tahoe.
Yeah, that might be a fun
Yeah.
run.
Which is the deepest Tahoe? I think is the deepest lake in all of the United States.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the deepest lake in the entire United
Well,
States.
the Lake Mead is even right now still has 600-foot deep spots.
Yeah.
That's crazy depth, by the way.
Right. It is.
Even with it down,
People die and you never see them
it's
ever
300
again.
feet down, and it still has like fucking
Right.
600 feet left.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, it's interesting is like you get the Great Lakes, right? So the Great Lakes have
Those are different.
big tankers and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
fucking
right?
giant.
That there's more accidents there, I think.
Yeah.
Than in the oceans.
Oh, boat accidents?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
yeah.
cargo container.
Oh,
accidents,
there's so
everything,
many at the
you
bottom
know?
of that thing.
But then you have Lake Tahoe, which is the deepest, and it's landlocked.
It's smaller though.
Right, but it's landlocked.
Well, so are the ones in the Great Lakes. They're
They
just,
have,
they're
they
so
have to
big.
go. They have to go through the Erie Canal or the canal.
Yeah, they're so
yeah.
big that they can fucking run around. But it's crazy how big those things are.
Wow.
I saw one go by. I was at the Lake Huron, and I see a tanker go by. I'm like, am I at a lake? Because
Right.
that's a fucking tanker.
Yeah, because they ship them back and forth through all the lakes.
Wild.
Yeah, I grew up on Lake Erie and Lake Ontario.
See, It's funny.
And you can't see to the other at points. You can, but you can't really see.
It was
to the
so
other.
funny when you say Buffalo all the time, right? And I think New York on the shit.
Yeah.
And when you finally look at a map again,
All the way on the other side.
you realize Buffalo has zero to do with
New York.
the New York that people know.
Right. So,
And is so far away from that world and so fucked and but it's so near where we're just talking about. You know,
100%.
It's like wait a minute. You forget how weird the states are.
Right. It's bizarre because anytime I say I'm from New York, what state are you from? New York. Oh, I love the city. Yeah, I'm never there.
Never went there.
Never went there.
Right.
It's a 6.5 hour drive.
Right.
Right.
Like it's
never went there.
Lifetime away.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I went to Kentucky a few weeks back, and in my brain it was so funny. I was leaving Houston to go to Kentucky. In my brain, the way I know geography actually I know the states actually really well, but your brain tricks you. Mm-hmm. And I felt like in my mind I was leaving Houston and going to go just straight east to Kentucky.
Oh yeah, how far?
Because I figured it was going to be on the south because that's where Kentucky is. Yeah. It's the south.
It's Midwest, right?
No, that fucker's way up.
Yeah,
I'm only. It was Carl was only 4.5 hours away from me in Michigan.
Yeah, pretty close.
To come in Detroit to come meet me there in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy to me. Like I'm way up here, not down here.
You know what's crazy? So I have a friend. She's in Florida. So Florida, you think Pacific time zone, right? 3 hours away.
Not Pacific. That's Washington.
Oh, sorry. Eastern, right? You think Eastern.
Yeah.
Where she lives in Florida? It's
she's in the very, very furthest.
Yeah, like Jacksonville or whatever over that way. It's Central Time.
Yeah, Tallahassee.
That's where she's
central.
from. Yeah, Tallahassee. That's where she's from.
It's a very, very last.
Isn't that crazy?
Because Florida has that little.
She's like, no, I'm 2 hours away. I'm not 3 hours away.
It's got that last little leg.
Yep.
That goes. Yeah.
Where's that dividing factor? Is it because of the sun? That line that says.
Yeah, it goes across the U.S.
Yeah, but how did that get drawn?
Well, because when the sun comes across.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is, right?
Technically, if you look at a globe, it's a straight line.
Yeah.
It's from the top
because the Earth is flat.
But if you flatten the
because
map,
the Earth is
flat.
flat.
The map, it curves on the map.
Because
you would normally.
Because when you're going to get to the end, you're going to fall off. You're going to fall off.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the time zones fuck me up a lot of times because I got a guy in Florida, and he's calling me, and it's fucking 5 a.m. here, and I'm just like,
oh yeah, geez, fucking crazy.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, working, getting ready. I'm like, dude, it's 5 a.m., bro.
Stop calling me.
He's like, oh, because Arizona doesn't change time. We're Pacific.
Right.
So we're specific.
Well, right now we're Pacific.
We're specific standard.
Yeah, we are. So right now we're Pacific time zone.
Right now.
Yeah.
Well, we're always the same. Everyone else changes around us.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we just accept.
Although they're talking about getting rid of it, like in all these, it's statewide.
It needs to happen.
It's statewide.
Countrywide.
No. It's statewide. It's up to the state whether
I
are
know,
going to do it.
but all the states are thinking about just abolishing because it's dumb.
Yeah. Yep.
It hasn't affected us anyway.
No,
negative.
because you think about it, so it was because of the farmers, right? And they would be able to get up and do their crops.
Sure.
Now you can be in the middle of the night. You see these big machines
lights
on a GPS. Plowing down the crops.
I think that they kept it for shopping.
Oh, yeah, I think that
longer
was a big
days
thing too,
for
right?
longer shopping.
Yeah.
I think that the presidents were like, hey, you know what? This actually works. Let's get the later night shopping and shit like that.
That's probably true.
But I don't know. I'm making.
But if it just if it doesn't change, then
about.
you still have it's late night shopping no matter what.
Well, maybe it was late. I mean, dude, it's 10 p.m. in Washington State before it gets dark.
Right.
Right now.
Yeah, up there
10
now.
o'clock.
Because I was up in Alaska, it was the same thing.
10.
Right.
Well, Alaska's even more.
No, it didn't get dark at all. But
right. But I mean, in Washington State, like 9:45, 10 p.m.
Right.
And the sun, it's still the like right now the
it's
dusk.
a glow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And here it's 7:45.
Right. But you don't have that on the East Coast.
Up north.
Right. Or up north. Right.
Up north, it's the same thing. 10 p.m.
It gets dark. Not on the East Coast.
As
like
north
in New York.
as Washington.
In Buffalo.
That's not as north. You got to go further.
I don't know. Come on.
Yeah, you got to Maine and Washington State.
Oh, Maine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're way off. You're states away. See, I know my geography, bitch. Yeah, they're equal because does this.
Well, no, it's flat.
Oh, I forgot. It's like
flat.
this.
It's like this. What is that?
Anyways, hey man, this has been a good time.
It was
nice little wrap up, fun. Before we have a week of traveling and shit like that,
Yep.
We'll keep trying to do this. Like, hey, we're banging out. This is amazing. We'll have this.
We're banging
up today.
Yeah, we will have it up today. Tomorrow. Yeah,
Friday.
Absolutely. That'll be a first.
That'll be the quickest.
We're
ever,
like the biggest slackers ever.
I'm proud of myself being a slacker.
I know. All right.
What? Hey man, cheers.
Salute.
Salute to you. Salute to me. Who we'll ever be.